I get one question when I ask my patient one time like that. When they tell me say them tell am say groundnut oil. This our ogbonge groundnut oil for Nigeria. Say the thing say it get cholesterol. So if he make him thing make you know they work again for inside the other room. Now me I can ask and say where did they get this groundnut oil from? Inside from inside groundnut. I said okay. Anybody don't tell you say make you know the chop groundnut? He said no. I said okay. Why I go fit chop groundnut and nothing go happen to me? But the oil when them can't get from inside this groundnut, it go come they affect me. I'm the question choke am. You say when they watch me think am. The toxic oils in our kitchens are denatured, which will lead to toxic oil syndrome. These oils, which are vegetable oils, are never gotten from vegetable at all, never ever. They are often denatured, they have been deodorized, they've been bleached and chemicalized. Well, they call it fortification. Why wouldn't they fortify it with these so-called vitamins if they hadn't denatured these virgin seeds, through high temperature? And it doesn't matter whether these seeds are cotton seeds or soya beans or corn or even turkey, for crying out loud. They have been known to result to diseases such as cancer, autoimmune diseases, cardiovascular diseases, and erectile dysfunction in men. And that's a big worry, a really, really big worry. It doesn't matter whether they are palm oil, canola oil, or soya beans. And a NAFDAC approved it doesn't mean it is not having a side effect. So the way to go is to go the ancestral way, like our forebears did. They consumed groundnut oil, palm oil, kernel oil, and coconut oil. If you can afford it, go for it. Now there are things to watch out for, to know what oil is safe for your consumption. All natural, non-preservative vegetable oils are normally bottled up in dark glasses to block light. I'm talking about oils like olive oil or sunflower oil, avocado oil. They come like this with corks such as this as well. Now their shelf lives are normally not more than 18 months. You should also be on the lookout for whether they are cold pressed or hot pressed. So the cold pressed ones are usually the best ones for your health. That's what you should go for. When the white men came to Africa, they met our forebears, our ancestors, living their lives, governing themselves, intercommercializing with themselves in peace, having their own foods, their own lifestyle, their own culture and tradition. They came and told our forebears, they gave them some names, told them their names were not good, and introduced their own gods to them and said their own gods were fetish. But that was not where they stopped. They actually intruded into our nutritional originality, telling our ancestors that the foods they ate were mundane. So they made our ancestors smoking tobacco and told them, oh, no. That's mundane, that's fetish. Why don't you replace it with cigarette? They also made our ancestors, snuffing their snuffs through their nose. And they said, no. Oh, come on. No. They also made our ancestors drinking palm wine. I said, come on, replace that with beer or whiskey. No. That's dangerous to your health. And of course, they made our ancestors cooking with palm oil, groundnut oil, kernel oil, and coconut oil. They came and found some of our traditional medicine men performing wonders traditionally in African medicine. Do you know we had orthopedics in those days in Africa? Do you know we had surgeons, you won't believe me, who didn't actually go to medical school? Because then our ancestors went to war and people were injured, their bones broken. They would be brought back home and treated by these traditional medicine men. They used leaves, some very special leaves, as bandages, you know. We've actually lost it. Unlike the Chinese refused to let their traditional medicine go. But we in Africa, of course, I don't really blame our forebears, because I believe that the DNA has got memory. And because of the suppression and oppression that the black race had suffered right from the Nubian days and the Timbuktu days, now that's a story for another day. We've got this DNA that still has that memory of that pressure we underwent. And so we easily yield to imperialism or cultural infiltration. You and I know for the better today, and I'm also telling you, because it is awareness that brings about self-emancipation. They actually took some of these raw materials, the palm fruit for instance, to their countries, refined it to vegetable oils, and brought it back for our ancestors to buy. And that culture doesn't only linger up to date, but they have inspired our populace to set up factories that now produce these vegetable oils. I'll tell you what, the best cooking oil for you are the ones found in Africa. Africa has got the most organic, most unchemicalized, and most unadulterated food of any kind you can ever think of. Well, you might argue that these oils are non-branded, like I saw NAFDAC talking about on TV the other day. Yeah, they are non-branded, but what have you done as a regulatory body to help these local women who are producing it? What has the Bank of Industry, for instance, done to help these locals who are producing the groundnut oil or palm oil or even coconut oil? Nothing. Now, you watching me, I'm not saying the unbranded oils don't have their own shortcomings. No. Of course, some of those bottles that is being used in storing them, could have been contaminated or misused before they got them. But there's something you can do. You can do what I normally do. I've made acquaintance with some of the local women who produce them, and I give them granite or even coconut and tell them to help extract the oil for me. And when they do, I pay them with some part of the oil. Or I already know the wholesalers in the market. I live in Abuja. We have the wholesalers in Wuse Market or Garki Market, and these things already they actually come in jerrycans. So I go there with my container and ask them to fill them up for me. But you must make sure that whatever oil you're buying, whether palm oil, groundnut oil, coconut oil, is not contaminated or adulterated, because a lot of them have been mixed with vegetable oils. Be careful what you buy. And for once, we as Nigerians in particular, and Africans in general, need to pride in our products. We need to emancipate ourselves from this nutritional imperialism that has been imposed on us by either the West or the Eastern worlds. We've got a nutritional culture that has somehow been lost, but history has it that this was what our ancestors fed on, and they lived a healthy life. There was no cancer. There was no. They hardly even had headache. And I will tell you in conclusion that we need to unite and emancipate ourselves from mental slavery, because that is the key to we reordering our steps to that healthy culture and healthy body system that has been lost.